All right, we're just 2 days away from A-Day, even less than that if you're going by the hour, and today was kind of a big day. We got to see the A-Day rosters. Not many surprises on there, but it kind of gives us a good idea that this is a first-team offense versus first-team defense, and even though there was maybe some mystery when the rosters came out, Saban was clear about it. There's first-team offense is on crimson, first-team defense is on white. Were there any big takeaways for you from that?
I didn't get a chance to honestly look at it as closely as you did. I know you wrote the story on it. I was kind of running around doing some other things, so you might have the best insight on that, Andrew.
Well, then I'll talk to myself then. Cam Robinson, I think, is the big surprise for me, at least. He's going to be on the first-team offense, and you asked about Cam Robinson today, so I can let you talk about that. But just how we've seen it in practice, that left tackle competition is whittled down to about 2. And it was between him and Brandon Green, and it looks like he's the one that's kind of work with the first team offense on Saturday.
Yeah, no, Saban said he has a lot of work to do still, but the fact that he's talking about his progress up to the first game in the fall, speaking in those terms, says that he's looking at as being one of the top guys at that position.
I think we got some more clarity on kind of what's going on at outside linebacker today too. Denzel Duvall talked about how he's working at the Sam, which is new for him. He's usually been the jack linebacker. And Xavier Dixon, kind of a name that we haven't mentioned much at all throughout the spring. He obviously didn't go to the Sugar Bowl last year because of disciplinary reasons, but he's been working at the jack linebacker, and they're both with the white team, which is the first team defense. And Dylan Lee, who we thought was maybe in better standing with the first team defense, he's on with the second team defense. So I don't know how much his arrest affected that or anything like that,
right.
But definitely some more clarity at those kind of positions.
That'd be interesting. It could definitely with Duvall talking about dropping into coverage, a little bit different role with the jack being more of a pass rusher. He said it's more of an adjustment to learn how to drop into coverage and pick up some of those guys coming back to the box.
Yeah, and another interesting thing I saw that maybe not many other people thought was interesting, but T.J. Yeldon and Derrick Henry are on the same team, which that just seems unfair, I guess, at this point. But it looks like that means, in my mindset, it's like the first team offense includes 2 running backs, and I think that's an indication to me that I think Alabama's goal this year is to replicate what it did in 2012 with Eddie Lacy and T.J. Yeldon both getting an equal share of the carries.
No, that would make sense with the way things are trending, the way just the momentum of it all. It would make more sense to have more of a 1A, 1B than a 1 and 2.
The defensive backfield, we kind of got some clarity there as well. Cyrus Jones and Bradley Sylvie are the cornerbacks. Geno Smith is working at the safety position. Jarek Williams is going to be the star. He's with the first team defense as well. So it looks like, I don't know if it was, I think Sylvie was in good shape before Jackson's injury, but it looks like Cyrus Jones was the next man up for that defense.
Yeah, definitely those guys, they spent time in the starting lineup, probably more so than even Eddie Jackson did last year. So they're not guys who are new to that position.
One bit of news that came out of Saban's press conference today involved 2 running backs who were not at practice. Kenyon Drake and Alti Tenpenny. They were at study table for 4 hours instead of practice because they didn't do the things they needed to do. And Saban alluded to the fact that if they didn't do the things they needed to do today, they wouldn't be at the spring game. So 2 guys that have had their share of a couple of disciplinary issues these last couple of years, and it looks like Saban taking a pretty hard line with both of them.
Yeah, he got fired up. It was the last question of the news conference, and kind of got into his coaching mode where he was talking to the players through the cameras. It was definitely an interesting moment.
Yeah. We'll keep our eyes on both of them on Saturday, but we'll have full coverage of that, and they'll be starting bright and early at the captain's ceremony around 11 a.m. Saturday.